कर्नाटक किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना। Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are in the fourth Brahmana of the first chapter of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. This is our second talk. सर्वम अपि एतत् ज्ञान कर्म फलम संसार एव भय अरति इत्यादि युक्तत्व श्रवणात् कार्यकरण लक्षणत्वाच्च स्थूल व्यक्त अनित्य विषयत्वाच्च ब्रह्म विद्यायाः केवलायाः वक्ष्यमाणायाः मोक्ष हेतुत्वम् इति उत्तरार्थं चेत इति. So karma and upasana, which was told in the earlier three brahmanas, they are ultimately concluding that sarvam api etat jnana karma phalam. So whatever karma you do, whatever upasana you do, jnana means upasana and karma is karma. So it is samsara eva. You continue to remain in the samsara only, because here there is fear, then arati is getting bored, and therefore karya karana lakshanatvacha. Here you do the something and you get the result. You have to do something through the instrument karana, and then sthula vyakta anityatva vishayatvacha. And also you are whatever you are gaining in this is the gross and temporary. It is not real, and therefore brahma vidyayaha kevalayaha vakshamaanayaha moksha hetutvam iti uttarardham chaiti. And therefore it is only by the Brahma Vidya alone we will be able to get rid of this relative world and attain fulfillment in life. Nahi samsara vishaya sadhya sadhana bheda lakshanad aviraktasya atmaikatva jnana vishaye adhikaraha. See, a person who doesn't have sufficient dispassion toward the achievements in this world, till then he is not intended, or he will not even think about something higher like the liberation, moksha, or attainment of fulfillment. He will never think about it. Atrushasya iva pane, because he who doesn't have thirst, he will never think about water. In the same manner, tasma jnana karma falotkarshopavarna uttarartham tathacha vakshati. Therefore, it is very clear this jnana and karma, upasana, where they will lead, that they should lead to Brahma Vidya, and it is for this purpose we have to understand first, do the karma for the purification of the heart, and do the upasana for the single pointedness. So this karma and upasana, they become the supporting, but they are not the ultimate. Like we go for shopping and buy the things and bring home, and then we clean it, and then we cut it properly, and then we put it on the fire. See? So earlier things are okay, they are required, no doubt about it. But the real cooking happens by the application of fire. In the same manner, all other things, karma and upasana is required, but ultimately the food is cooked by the fire. In the same manner, the ultimate is attained only through knowledge or Brahma Vidya. And therefore, tadetat padam pada aniyamasya. Tadetat priya prutta. Therefore, it will be told subsequently that all this what we are getting is only for the worldly things, not the ultimate. Therefore, now we take up this topic. So we should be very clear. Don't give undue importance to karma, upasana. They are required. But then observe what is happening. By the karma, have you attained the status of inquiry, or still you are only doing something to get something? Are all our activities desire prompted, or they are prompted by looking at the quality of the mind? Is the mind remaining undisturbed under all conditions? See. Similarly, upasana is done not for out of fear or to get something, but it is only for making the mind available to us whenever we want. Therefore, for this purpose we have done it. Now, what is the first experience that we have? Atma एव इदमग्र आसीत् पुरुषविदः सः अनुवीक्ष्य न अन्यत् आत्मनः अपश्यत् सोऽहमस्मि इति अग्रे व्याहरत् ततो अहं नाम अभवत् अस्मात् अपि तर्हि मन्त्रितः अहम् एव अग्रे उक्त्वाथ अन्यनाम प्रवृते यदस्य भवति स च यत्पूर्वस्मात् सर्वस्मात् सर्वान् पाप्मानम् औषत् तस्मात् पुरुष ओषति सह वै यो अस्मात् पूर्वो बभूष्यति य एवं वेद. Now this is the mantra. In the beginning it is the Prajapati or Brahmaji or the Sutratma. Now be very attentive. Ishvara is Paramatma, Supreme Reality, Brahman, Bhagavan, three words, associated with his unmanifest Maya or potentiality is Ishvara. Here the samsara has not begun. See? Then the first step that happens is the Hiranyagarbha. Now what happens to the Hiranyagarbha? So, coming to the Hiranyagarbha at the totality level and at the individuality level is the Prajna. Not Prajna, is the Taijasa. I'm sorry. So it is not Prajna, it is Taijasa. So Ishvara is Prajna and the Hiranyagarbha is Taijas. So we come to Taijas. So what is Taijas is the first experience. Atma eva idam agre asit Purusha vidaha. So first there is identification with the body at the individual level, he is Taijasa, and at the totality level, he is Purusha or the Hiranyagarbha. See how beautiful it is. So before, there was only Atma, absolute reality. Then with its potentiality. The potentiality is not yet manifest, it is still unmanifest. When unmanifest potentiality, the world is not created. When the potentiality is manifested, the world starts being created. Like the fire. Now, element fire, when the burning power potentiality is unmanifest, it is not seen. It is supporting the forms. It is supporting all the things. But when the burning power manifests, then all that was supported by the fire is completely devoured, is completely eaten away. Therefore, Atma eva idam agre asit Purusha vidaha. First of all, one becomes aware of one's own conditioning, the body, the totality. Then Saha Anuviksha. Then he started, dekha ki there is none other than me. Na anyad atmana apashat. So aham asmi iti. And therefore he started knowing or thinking that I am aham asmi. Therefore he became by the name aham. See? He became aham. Like the people have got the name Devadatta, Somadatta, इसी प्रकार, in the same manner, here the name is aham. Then, when somebody inquires or asks somebody, so what we say, I am aham, I am this. So we first of all say, I am aham, I am this. And then we give our second name, which is given to us by our parents. Therefore, before this Prajapati, the whole the earlier past is completely burnt away. See? So when he became aham, he became aware of himself, So all the past is gone. And therefore, he is called as Purusha. Now, what is the meaning of Purusha? Purusha is the one who gives up the past and lives in the absolute present is called as Purusha. And from here, we start afresh our life. Therefore, one of the most important spiritual practices is start afresh from now onwards. Don't bring your past in the present. Don't drag it. The real greatness is we are able to drop our past, good or bad, and start afresh. Every day we must start afresh. See, in one of our children's camp many years before, on the New Year night at 12 o'clock at night, we had the candle lights and nice bhajan kirtan, etc. And thereafter, I spoke to them, said, tomorrow again, like usual, we will start our day exactly at 6 o'clock. It doesn't mean that because you are awake late night, you will start your day next day late. No. Yesterday should not influence our today. So when I said like this, there was one brigadier, Sardarji. He says, Swamiji, may I speak few words? I said, please do talk. So he spoke to the students. He said, you know what your Swamiji told is the best thing in the world. Never begin your day with the hang-ups of yesterday. Then only you are leading a proper life. This is what he said here, Purusha. See? We will see the definition of this Purusha subsequently again. Now Bhagavan Shankara's commentary, Atma eva iti prajapatihi prathama andajaha shariri avidhiyate. So by this word Atma, what is meant is this Prajapati, the first total gross body owner, or Vaidika Jnana Karma Phala Bhutaha Sa Eva, and he is also the individual or the totality. He is qualified for the Vedic Jnana Karma, etc., and he has attained it through this Vedic Jnana Karma. See? So he has come out of the average person, become the Prajapati. Thereafter, idam sharira bheda jatam tena Prajapati sharirena abhibhaktam. Therefore, whatever is seen differently, that is not separate from the Prajapati. Now be attentive. The son, the husband, the father, they are not separate from the man. See? The Prajapati, because of the conditioning, alone has become many bodies. Therefore, in and through son, father and husband, there is one man. They are not separate. In the same manner, Paramatma and then we as the individuals, we are not separate from him. How important it is. So, idam sharira bheda jatam tena prajapati sharirena abhibhaktam. Because they are born out of the Prajapati's body, therefore they are not separate from the Prajapati. In the same manner, these conditioned expressions or aupadik expressions are not different from the substratum. Atma ava asid agre prak sharirantotpattehe. Therefore, before the creation of the various bodies, the Atma alone was, and such a Purusha Vidaha, Purusha Prakaraha, Shira Pandyadi Lakshana Virat. Therefore, Paramatma alone is Ishvara. Ishvara alone is the Prajapati or the Brahmaji or the Hiranyagarbha or the Tejas. See, I am using Hiranyagarbha for totality and Tejas for individuality. You should be very clear that causal, the Prajapati, etc., and the effect, the individual, Jiva, etc., they should be parallelly understood. Then only our understanding will be complete. They are not separate. See? Like the Prime Minister and the citizen, they are not separate. Prime Minister is totality and citizen is individuality. So, evam Purushvidha, Purusha Prakara, Shirapanyadi Virat. Then, sa eva Prathamaha Sambhutaha Anuviksha Anvalochanam Krutva. Now, he is the firstborn. So, first we are aware of our being, Aham. See? Unless we become Aham, become aware of our individuality, our day doesn't begin. But what is that aham? It is not it is not specific aham. First only we become aware I am. And thereafter we want to know who am I, where I am, what I am. Desha kala vastu paristiti is born. So eva prathamaha sambhutaha anuvikshavan anvalochanam krutva. He started thinking about himself. Koham kim lakshano vasmiti. Who am I? What is my nature? Na anyad vastvantaram atmana prana pindatma karya karana rupan na apashan dadarsha. See? So other than me, there is nothing. Like the body and cause and the effect, all this, he didn't see anything. Kevalam tu atmanameva sarvatmanam apashyata. He only became aware of himself without getting aware of the worldly things and beings. See? Sarvatmanam apashyat. Tatha पूर्व जन्म श्रुत विज्ञान संस्कृतः सोहम अस्मि प्रजापति सर्वात्मा हम अस्मि इति अग्रे व्याहृतवान. Then पूर्व जन्म श्रौत विज्ञान संस्कृतः. Like when we wake up in the morning, then we remember, oh, where I was? Oh, I have come on a tour. No, I am in Badrinath. I thought I am in Mumbai. No, I have come here. So, Purva Jnana, the earlier knowledge which was unmanifest, the moment we become aware of our individuality, I or the Purusha, we are Shrauta Vijnana Sanskritaha. We become aware of our earlier samskar or the knowledge. Soham Prajapati, and then this Prajapati came to know, okay, I am Prajapati. See, I am the husband. I should wake up before the wife wakes up, prepare a cup of tea for her. See? So he became Soham Prajapati. Sarvatma aham asmi iti agre vyara. Okay, so I am everything now. I am the man, I am the woman, I am the young, I am the old, I am rich, I am poor, I am husband, I am wife. I became everything. Tataha tasmad adya purvajnana samskarat atmanam eva aham iti abhyadhat agre. And therefore, this happened with the totality Prajapati. Therefore, the same thing happens with us also. In the present, therefore, earlier samskara. So if we have slept as a doctor, we don't wake up as an engineer. See, everything is continued because of the purva samskara. So, tasmat adyataha, even today, purva jnana samskarat atmanam eva aham iti abhidhadagre. Therefore, initially one is also saying that aham tasya Upanishad aham iti shruti pradarshitam eva nama vakshati. Therefore, the Paramatma is expressing as aham in this body at individual level, and as Hiranyagarbha also, there also aham. So our is individual aham and is a total aham. So I am a son and I am a man. Now what is the difference? I am a son is the individual limited aham, and I am a man is a total aham. I am a husband is an individual vyakti, and aham, I am a man is a total. In this manner, this aham is called, and therefore this aham is used in the Upanishad. Now continuing further, tasmad yasmat karane prajapato eva vrittam tasmad tat karye bhuteshu pranishu etari etasmin kale etasminnapi kale amandritaha kastvam iti uktaha san aham iti eva agre uktva कारणात्माभिधानेन आत्मानम् अभिधायाद अग्रे पुनः विशेषनाम जिज्ञास एव अथांतरम विशेषपिंडाभिधानम देवदत्तो यज्ञदत्तो वेति प्रब्रूते कथयति. Therefore, now also this was happening in the totality in the same manner. The same thing also happens in the presently. Therefore, when we call anybody who is none other than the expression of the same Prajapati, so we are all the expression of the same Prajapati. Like the son and the husband and the father are the expressions of the same man. So, when it was asked, Kastvam iti uktaha, son, when you are asked, who are you? I am aham asmi iti va agre uktva. First we say, I am first. And then we give our special name. Then I am Devadatta or Yajnadatta, whatever our name is there. And therefore, Yasman Namasya Vishesha Pindasya Mata Pitrukrutam Bhavati Tat Kathayati. Therefore, first we talk about Aham Asmi, then I am so and so. So we give the name Mr. So and so. See? Kathayati. Such a Prajapati Akranta Janmani Samyak Dhyana Karma Bhavanushthanahi Sadhakavastayam Yad Asmad Karma Dhyana Bhavanushthanahi Prajapatitam Prati Pipsuna Purvam Prathamadasan Asmat Prajapatitva Pratipatsu Samudayat Sarvasmat Adav Aushad Adhat Kim आसन अज्ञान लक्षणादि सर्वान पापान प्रजापतित्वम प्रतिबंध कारणभूतान. This is very important. So this Prajapati, because of his earlier, because it is not a beginning, it is ever the same. See? Therefore earlier. So this Prajapati, because of his earlier state when he was practicing his sadhana, then he did these practice of knowledge, see, sadhaka avasthayam. They, what happened? He has done the karma and upasana, and therefore he wanted to become the Prajapati, and he became Prajapati, and therefore what he has done, the earlier notion that he is a son, he is a father, he is a husband, these notions he has removed, and he has started living, although as a son, but never forgot he is a man. Although as a husband, but never forgot he is a man. In this manner, he has burnt away the wrong notion about its identity. Therefore, Yasmad eva tasmad Purushaha. Because of this, he is called as Purusha. Because of what? Because he has burned the wrong notion. And so Purvam, therefore Purushat Purvam Oshat iti Purushaha. The one who has destroyed, burnt away the wrong notion, he is called as the Purusha. Therefore, who is the Purusha? We should not be miserable. Oh, I am so miserable as a husband, I should know what if you are a man, rise above. First of all, you are a man, then you are a husband. See? Therefore, Paurusha, our ability to bring out the best in us. Therefore, he is called as Purusha. See, wrong notions make us miserable. Right understanding only can help us to come out of this. Nobody can help us in this. Yathayam Prajapati Ushitva Pratibandhakan Papmanam Sarva Purushaha Prajapati Abhavat. See? Yatha, just like the Prajapati, he has burnt away the obstacles. Pratibandha kan papmanaha. All the wrong notions are burnt away, and therefore Sarvan Purusha Prajapati Abhavat. Therefore, all the people who will be practicing this knowledge and karma proper way, he will be also able to attain the Prajapatitva. Evam anyaha api jnana karma bhavana anusthana vannina kevalam jnana balad aushati pasmi karoti. Therefore, by the first firm, clear understanding the wrong notions will be burnt away. See, for this you can do nothing. You don't have to do anything. And then we'll come to know one day very distinctly, we are all miserable always as somebody. We are not anybody, Maharaj. See, because of us the things are happening. We are not anybody. See? So, एवं अन्यापि ज्ञान कर्म भावना अनुष्ठान वन्निना केवलम ज्ञान बलात् ओषति भस्मी करोति. Therefore, by the jnana karma or only by the knowledge, one can burn away the wrong notion. Vasmi karoti, havai tamaha atamkam. Now what does he burn away? Yo asmad vidushaha purva prathamaha prajapati babhushati bhavitum ichchati tamityartaha. See? He wanted to become the Prajapati. Yo asmad vidushaha purvaha prathamaha prajapati babhushati bhavitum ichchati tam ityarthaha. So he who really wants to grow spiritually, see, come out of the individuality and come to the absolute. Like in this relative example, the man is absolute and son, husband, father is the relative. He who wants to become remain as a man, he has to be firm and strong. Only by what? By burning away the wrong notions. So wrong notions are, I am son, I am husband, I am father. They are not, they are never, they are nowhere. See? Tam darshayati yam evam vediti samarthyat jnana bhavana prakarshavan. Therefore, to make it clear, the example is given. Okay, how? By the proper karma and by proper upasana. Now what is the place of karma and upasana? Karma is that which leaves no regrets in our life. See? Kimahagam papam akarvam viti kimaham, see, sadhuna karavam. Why did I do the wrong things? And why I have not done the right things? In this manner, wrong notions are given up by understanding and no regrets are created because of wrong or right doings. Such a person, samarthya jnana bhavana prakarshat, nanu anarthaya prajapati pipsa evam vida chekadyate. Therefore, now, continue the story of Prajapati. Yadidam tushtushitam karma kanda vihita jnana karma phalam prajapatya lakshanam naiva tad samsara vishayam atyakramat iti ayam artha pradarshyen ah. See? So Prajapati you may become, which is the result of the karma kanda and the knowledge. Therefore, it is only for the glory, praising the karma. Guru vanne vehe karmani jiji visheshatagam sama. Only for that purpose. But this is not out of the samsara. Na eva tat samsara vishayam atyakramati. See? But you continue to be in samsara. See? Whether you are a citizen, you are a MLA, you are a MP, you are a PM, or you are a Prime President, you are a samsari, you are in politics. Whichever way you are in politics. It is not necessary to be in politics, that means you have to be only Prime Minister, no. Similarly, samsara doesn't mean you have to have the husband, wife, etc. No. Whenever you are living in this relative world and try to achieve success in comparison to others, higher success, we are in samsara. See? So as much a rickshaw puller is a samsari, so much a multi-millionaire is also a samsari. See? There is no difference. Because the poverty of the rickshaw puller is because of the conditioning of the money. And the riches of the rich man is only because of the same conditioning of money. One has many, lot, and other has little. This is the only difference. But conditioning is the same. Therefore, we have to be very clearly, distinctly understand that great achievements in the worldly things, etc., or getting great power, siddhis, is remaining in the samsara. See, Maharaj. But normally, average people get attracted towards various siddhis. Oh, that Mahatma, he is to bless somebody and then this will happen and he can enter other bodies. Like Bhagavan Shankaracharya was a great yogi. He was first a yogi, then a jnani. Therefore, he was able to migrate from his present body and get into the body of the king and then again come back. Therefore, all these yogic practices, they are very enchanting, enthralling. Oh, how beautiful it is, and I want to do that. And we आए थे हरि भजन को होटल लगे का पास. Instead of getting out of the relative world, we continue to remain in the relative world. See, Maharaj. It is very important to know. So, one has to get out of this relative world. There is nothing like less or more, both are relative. To summarize this thought, there are two types of samsara. One samsara is that of having, other samsara is that of not having. Those who don't have money, they are suffering. Those who have money, they are suffering. Those who don't have children, they suffer. Those who have children, they suffer. See? Therefore, this world is of having something or not having something. Therefore, we have to go out of this. And it is for this purpose. Now the Shruti Mata continues in the second mantra. So, avibhet tasmat ekaki bibeti sahayam ikshan chakre yad mad anyan nasti kasmanu vivemi iti ततः एवास्य भयम वियाय कस्माद्य बेशत द्वितीयात्वे भयम भवति. This is also another very important mantra. So avivet. Now this, he was all alone. This Prajapati, before the creation, he was all alone. See? And then ekaki bibeti. Therefore he became afraid. Is it not our story also? One of the very important and powerful spiritual practices is we have to learn to remain in solitude without becoming lonely. See, Maharaj, it's extremely necessary. Learn to spend time with yourself. We spend time with everybody except ourselves. And that is what is important. And this is where we do not give importance to. Very important thing, friends. Nobody can help us for this. We have to ourselves do this. Therefore, so avivet tasmat ekaki bibeti. So he became afraid of himself. And sa ha ayam ikshan chakre. Then he started thinking. So what he started thinking? Yet mad anyat nasti kasmanu vivemi iti. Are yaar, there is nobody other than me. Why I am afraid of? And whom I am afraid of? See? How important is this observation? We want company. We are all the time afraid. I am afraid, I can do. I am afraid. See? Like many times when we go for traveling here and there, the same question. Who goes with you? Or who can go with nobody? My Kanhaiya is with me. I don't need anybody. See, friends. So, aviveta svat ekaki bibeti. Wherever there is a fear, you again start inquiring. Of whom I am, of what I am afraid? I am alone. So, tate evasya bhayam vyaya kasmadi beshata then his bhayam vihaya, then his fear disappeared. Really? Other than me, there is nobody. Why should I be afraid? And therefore, he came to conclusion, Dvitiyatvaye bhayam bhavati. Wherever there is other, the fear is bound to be. This is the important principle. Therefore, these three things we should remember. Because of the duality or the sense of otherness, three things happen. Number one, desire. Number two, anger. Number three, fear. See? Desire, anger and greed, these are the gateways to the hell. And fear is the arrival in the hell. See, what is the difference between the hell and the heaven? Heaven is that where there is no fear. See, Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti, na tatratam na jaraya viveti, ubhetirtva ashanaya pipase, shokatigo modate swargaloke. Swarga is fearless joy. And Narak is all fear, fear, fear. Because there is a sense of otherness. See. So, Vivetsa Prajapati yo ayam prathama shariri purushvidha vyakyata. So, avivet bhitavan asmadadi eva atyaha. Yasmad ayam purushvidha sharira karanavan atmanasha viparita darshanatvar avivet. Because he was this Purusha or the Prajapati with his body, etc. He thought that he will be destroyed. This is the Viparita Jnana. When we do not have the experience of our death, why should we be afraid of death? See? How important it is. Nobody has the experience of death. No, but there are stories you might have heard, somebody died and this, that. Therefore, he is always there. See? Yesterday I was listening the story of Sripad Baba from Vrindavan. So the story goes, there was a king, that Jaipur Walia temple, mandir in Vrindavan. So one quarter of it is now occupied by the Goshala, which was established by Sripad Baba. Who was he? So there was a king who made that big thing, temple in Vrindavan. So he had no children, so he went to this great Mahatma and cried and said, and so Mahatma said, okay, you'll be blessed with a son. He was blessed with a son. And then the son was growing, and when he became maybe about 15, 20, 30, then he was bitten by a snake and he died. Naturally, the king again became miserable, went to the Mahatma. And the Mahatma said, okay, all of you get out. All of you went away. And the body was lying there. He lied down next to that body and entered the dead body of the boy who died. And the body became enlivened. And thereafter his behavior was exactly as the Mahatma. He was not talking as a young boy, but he was talking the same thing because he never died. He dropped the body. See, friends. But then he required a body. Without body he cannot exist. See, friends. And then he told, now you have to dispose of that body of the yogi. Because now you cannot burn the body of your son, it is alive. See, friends. Therefore, Yasmad ayam purushvidaha sharira karanavan atmanasha viparita darshanatvat abhibheta. Because he was associated with the body, sense organs, etc. And therefore he thought it is going to die. So Atma Karana Vinasha Rupa Viparita Bhava. This is the wrong knowledge. We have never had experience of death. And therefore he became afraid, and that is why whenever a person is alone, tasmat samanyatvad adhyatve api ekaki viveti. And because of that, even today also, When a person is all alone by himself, he is afraid. Therefore, what should do the spiritual practice? Spend some time all by yourself. There could not be a better opportunity for all of us in the whole world that we got this Corona festival time to be with ourselves. We have been running away from ourselves all through our life, either in the things or the beings or the relations or the positions or achievement or failure, health or disease. We have been constantly running away. This is the time we can be with ourselves. That is the spiritual practice. It's so important. Spend time with yourself without getting bored, without any fear. See, Atmanasha viparita darshanatvacha avivet tasmat tasamanyatya adyatve api ekaki viveti kincha asmat adideva भय हेतु विपरीत दर्शन अपनोद कारणम यथा भूतात्म दर्शनम. Therefore, the cause of this fear was the wrong knowledge, wrong understanding, wrong notion, and it can be corrected by the right understanding. See? Soyam Prajapati Ikshamanam Chakre Krutavan. Therefore, the Prajapati started thinking. Katha Yasman Yadi Asman न मत्तः अन्यत् आत्मव्यतिरेकेण वस्त्वन्तरं प्रतिबन्धीभूतं नास्ति. The Prajapati started thinking, if there is none other than me, kasman no bivemi iti, why should I be afraid of anything or anybody, because there is none other than me. See? Like we are in our room, no, like I am in my room. There is nobody here. Now this furniture and all, they don't disturb me. I am not afraid of them. See? What is the reason for fear? No fear. But we are afraid. When we go to a new place, we don't know, I hope there is nobody around, somebody should not come. Nobody is there. Who will come to you? You are not God. See? So, tasman atmanashana, atmanasha hetu ahetatva bhave, kasmanu viveviti. So then there is nothing that can destroy me, why should I be afraid? Tataha eva yathatma bhuta darshanat. Dekho, yathatma bhuta darshanat. Therefore he came to recognize his real nature. And other than me there is nothing. See? So the husband came to know that other than man there is nothing. Other than the man there is nothing like sun. See, the fear of what? Wrong notion. Gone. Tata eva yathatma bhuta darshanat asya prajapatehe bhayam viyayata vispashtam apagatavat. So it is distinctly removed. Tasya prajapatehe abhayam tat kevala avidya nimitta eva. So the fear of this Prajapati was only because of the avidya, incomplete understanding about oneself. See, our understanding is incomplete. I am only husband and I am very miserable. And therefore all other roles that we are playing, they are overpowered by this one role of husband. Because I have taken myself husband as a real. But I am not only husband, I am having so many roles and all of them are supported by the man. Therefore, why not live as a man and play the role of a husband, son, etc.? Now, how simpler it could be than this? See, friends. Tasya prajapatehe bhayam tat kevala avidya nimittameva. Because of this incomplete understanding about oneself. See. And this incomplete understanding is because we are caught up in a specific knowledge. See, if I am very much influenced by my own abilities, like singing, so this singer me overpowers all other things. See? And if to a singer you tell that you're okay, a good singer, but this particular piece that you sang was not properly, it was not in tune. You see how angry they become. They cannot tolerate. See, I know what you know about it. They don't like, because I am the singer is the only thing, nothing else. See, my friends. Therefore, whenever we are obsessed with anything specific, we are samsari. So, among the abilities, the relations. And when we are coupled with abilities and relation, then it is a terrible bondage. Therefore, tasya prajapatehe bhayam, that fear that Prajapati had is kevala avidya nimittameva. We are all afraid because of this incomplete understanding about our own being. Who are we? See? Like man I am, husband I became. Man I am, father I became. See? So when I become father I am miserable. When I don't become father I am miserable. Now what God can do? You know yourself to be the man first. So, avidya nimittameva paramartha darshanena anupapannam ityaha. Therefore, paramartha darshanena, but when you come to know the absolute self that you are, then this fear will go away. Kasmadhi etar abheshyata kim ityasu bhitavan paramartha nirupana bhayam upapannam iti eva aviprayaha. See? So why he was afraid, why he had his fear? Because he was not looking at himself from the absolute standpoint, but when he looked at himself from the absolute standpoint, there cannot be any fear, and therefore yasma ditiyad vastva antarad vai bhayam bhavati. Therefore, whenever we recognize something as other than me, then the fear happens. Vastvantarar bhayam bhavati. Dutiyam cha vastvantaram avidya pratyaya avidya pratyupasitamitam eva. See? The otherness is only because of the wrong notion. There is nobody other than the reality in this world. See? देहाभिमाने गलिते विज्ञाते परमात्मनि यत्र यत्र मनो याति तत्र तत्र समादयः. When dehabhimane galite, when we are beyond the limitations of the body identification, and we have come to discover that there is one reality which is expressing as the Hiranyagarbha, Prajapati, or the Taijasa, also the Virat Purusha, Vaishvanara or the Vishwa, only one reality alone is expressing. Therefore, Jasmat Ditiyat Vastvantarayat Bhayam Bhavati. As long as we have this notion, somebody other than me, fear is bound to be. Therefore, Ditiyam cha Vastvantaram avidya pratyupasthatidam eva. Ditiya is only because of the wrong notion. Nahi adrushyamanam dritiyam bhayam bhaya janmano hetuhu. See? Nahi adrushyamanam dritiyam. When there is no perception of otherness, then bhaya janmana hetuna. There cannot be any fear possible. See? Like, suppose in the heavy hot summer, you are lying down on a cement floor. It's too hot. No electricity, no fan. So we lie down, and on our huge Madhya Pradesh, this I have seen in Kerala. Therefore, I remember the example very clearly. Huge man lying down, and when his heavy hand lands on his stomach, he is not afraid. But if on that stomach, one small baby lizard jumps to doing the practice of landing, immediately the whole man gets out of why? Something other than me has come. Therefore, न हि अदृश्यमानं द्वितीयं भयजन्मन हेतुः तत्र को मोह कशोकः एकत्वम् अनुपश्यतः ईशावास्य says. Therefore, he who has come to discover this one absolute, which is the one and from which everything has come, मयि एव सकलं जातं मयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं मयि सर्वं लयं याति तद् ब्रह्माद्वयमस्म्यहम्. He who has come to this knowledge, for him, how there can be any fear? So, Jaccha ekatva darshena bhayam apanunoda taduktam. Therefore, it is only by recognition of the one absolute being as one's essential nature, then only the fear disappears. See, why this is so? Kasmat dvitiyatvaye vasantaradvaye bhayam bhavati. Wherever there is the sense of otherness, fear is bound to be. Tad ekatva darshanena dvitiya darshanam apaniyatam iti nasti tadaha. But when the sense of otherness has disappeared, the fear disappears. See? After this, there is a lot and lot of discussions, arguments, etc., etc. So that we will leave for you to study. So here, एवमेव आत्मैकत्व विज्ञाने अपि कच्चित् जन्मांतर कृतं कर्म निमित्तं भवति यथा प्रजापतेः. Therefore, like the Prajapati, he who has been leading a life of proper existence, good karma, etc. in the earlier life, then kvachit tapo nimittam. Sometimes somebody has been spending his earlier life in the tapasa brahma vididhyasa swa iti shrutehe. Then kachit acharyavan purusho veda. Some of them have gone to the teacher acharya and studied. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Then Bhagavad Gita says that if you have got Shraddha, with that you go to the teacher, study scripture, you will know the truth. That vidhi pranipatena, again Gita says, to know that, go to the Guru and ask in a proper manner, he will be revealed the knowledge. Chandogya says, Acharya Deva Purusha, Acharyavan Purusha Veda. Unless you go to the teacher, the knowledge can never be known. Drashtavya Shrotavya. Paramatma has to be seen, observed, experienced as one's essential self. Ityadi Shruti Smrutibhya Ekanta Jnana Labha Nimittatvam Shraddha Prabhuti Nam Adharmadi Nimitta Viyogatva Hetutvad. Therefore, Ekanta Jnana Labham Nimitta. Therefore, to get the absolute correct, right understanding about one's essential nature, what is required is Shraddha Prabhuti Nam. The various attributes, qualities required like Shraddha, Vinay, etc., Shraddha, Saburi, then Adharmadi Nimitta Viyoga Hetutvar, and not following the wrong path, then only the knowledge takes place. Such a Sakshat Jneya Vishayatvar, then the truth only alone is known. Vedanta Sharanamana Nidhi Dhasananam cha Sakshat Jneya Vishayatvar. Then for knowing the truth directly, earlier was the called as the Parampara Sadhana. They are the secondary. The primary sadhana for knowing the truth is Vedanta Shravana Manan Nididhyasana. This is what we are doing now, Shravana. Now after that, whether we do Manana or prepare breakfast, that's a different issue. Thereafter, Nididhyasana. Again we are going to sleep hereafter, or we are contemplative of this thought which is keeping us in tune with the same theme. So, Shravana Mana Nididhyasananam cha Sakshat Jneya Vishayatvar Papadi Pratibandhakshaye cha Atmanam so Pratibandhakshaye cha Atma Manaso Bhutartha Jnana Nimitta Swabhavyat. Therefore, when the mind is purified, when the sins of the duality and involvement are reduced, then the same mind which was extrovert, now it becomes the cause of in knowing the truth. And therefore, tasmat ahetutvam na jatu dhyanasya shraddha pranipadani nimitte. Therefore, the Shraddha, Pranipata, etc. We go to the teacher, is Shraddha, then Tadvidhi, Pranipatina, Pariprashnena, Sevaya, do the Seva of the teacher, and then come to know it doesn't go waste. Because without Shraddha, Shraddhavan Lavate Jnanam. If we do not have Shraddha, we will never know the truth. After having said this, now we can come to the third mantra, so very beautiful mantra. Itascha samsara vishaya eva prajapatitvam. Now we have to come to this clear understanding. Prajapatitvam, ability to govern, the control, the create and destroy, the whole thing, like most of the, not most, but like many Siddha Mahatmas have got this ability. They can bless somebody to have a child, they can change somebody's life course. Everything is possible. That is Prajapatitvam. These are the fractions of Prajapati. So, this is samsara also. This is not beyond samsara. See, friends. It's so important, Maharaj. One gets lost in this samsara. See, these various devatas, Indraya Swaha Idanna Mama, Varunaya Swaha Idanna Mama, Vayave Swaha Idanna Mama. Unless these Brahmanas offer ahutis to these various gods through the fire, because fire is the mouth of the gods. So, unless they offer this ahuti, they cannot survive. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita also says, Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantuvaha parasparam bhavayantaha shreya paramavapsata. So the people are doing the Upasana, Karma Kanda, offer the ahuti to Deva, Deva become powerful, and then they bless you with your desires, and all your desires are fulfilled. This is how, this is a mutual dependence and supporting each other. So, this is samsara. If we want to understand samsara in one word, that one word is samsara is where desire fulfillment is the criteria of life. Now desire doesn't mean I want a wife, I want a husband. No, no, no. Desire means anything, I want to do good to the world. See, flowers do not do good to the world. Flowers do not give fragrance. They have fragrance. If people are benefited with the byproduct, they don't claim even that. Similarly, Gangaji doesn't run around, run through the earth, through the India for blessing the villages around. No. It is on its way to the ocean, to the source. And as a result, on the way, if somebody is benefited, you are welcome, we have no problem. In the same manner, when a seeker is walking the spiritual path, he is not engaged in doing something good to somebody in this world. But if somebody is benefited by his presence, by his way of life, then it is a byproduct for that Mahatma. And therefore, Mahatmas can never have this abhiman, arrogance, that I am teaching, I am giving knowledge, I am doing good to the world, I have done so many things to the world. I have established schools, colleges, hospitals, and old people homes. No, no, no. These are all the byproducts. Therefore, we have to recognize samsara vishaya is this. Itascha samsara vishaya eva prajapatitvam. So this is the conclusion. Therefore, till such time we are interested in doing something or the other, for somebody or the other, we are in the samsara, we must get out of the samsara business. Nobody can help us. Now continuing this thought, in tomorrow's talk, let us leave it here. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.